Hey basketball coaches and basketball players, today I'm going to give you some of my top 5 baseline inbounds plays from the NCAA that I've seen over the last little while. Let's get down to the clipboard, let's check out the plays, and then after each breakdown I'm going to show you the play itself. Okay, so this first play is going to be a box inbounds. What we're going to have is player 4 setting a screen up top for player 1, and player 2 is going to be cutting down towards this low corner. At the same time, we're going to be having player 1 cut towards the rim. Now, of course, if he's open, you could hit him up, but what we're really looking for is either a switch or not. It doesn't necessarily matter. And after that screen, player 4 is going to continue out towards the three-point line. At this time, we're going to have player 1 continue to cut through, and player 5 is going to be setting that screen for player 1 who's going to be looping around. And now we're going to be looking to have player 3 lob the ball in front of the rim for player 1 to get an alley-oop or to dunk the ball. This is a fantastic play if you're coaching a high school team and you have one or more players who can jump extremely high. Now this next play, what we're going to have is player 2 and 1 are going to be switching positions. And now, at the same time as this is happening, I also want to see player 5 setting a screen behind player 4's defender. Player 4 is then going to cut towards the rim. And this is another alley-oop play. Or if you're coaching a younger team, this could be a bounce pass underneath or in front of the rim for player 4 to grab for an easy layup. Now there is something that I would add to this play, and that is instead of these players switching, what I would rather have, we'll put them back to their original positions, what I would rather have is player 1 setting a screen down for player 2 to pop up top, because he would be a nice relief in case player 4 is not open. Now in this next play, we're going to be watching Florida, which is the blue team. And what we're going to be having is player 2. He's going to be doing a high cut across the free throw line. And what we're going to be having now is, at the same time as that cut, we're going to have player 3 and 4 switch sides. And now we're going to be having player 5 set up on this side, and we're going to be seeing player 4 cut through players 3 and 5 doing a sandwich screen, and then we're going to have a pass from player 1 out to player 4. Now this is a risky pass, but this did work really well for Florida because they ended up getting a 3-point shot on this side. Now this is very, very similar to my S shooting play, or what I call the S shooting play, which is having 2 players on each post. And let's say player 3, let's say his name is Kevin. We would say SK, which means shoot K, which is shoot Kevin. And now Kevin, number 3, would then cut between players 2 and 4 out towards this wing. They would do a sandwich screen. Player 1 would pass to player 3 for a 3-point shot. Very similar, except instead of there being 2 players in each post, there's a triangle of players here, 1 player over here who loops around. Very similar, but still just as effective. Now in this next play, we're going to have 4 players along the baseline, and we're going to be having player 2 go up towards that high post, and we're going to be having player 4 cut up and curl around player 2. He is the number 1 option in this play if we only need a 2-point shot. However, if we're looking to extend our lead or try to get back some points, or if he's covered, what we're going to have next is player 5 setting that screen for player 2, who is going to be popping out to the 3-point or even mid-range line or mid-range area, where player 1 will pass player 2 that ball and, of course, hit that shot. However, what we want to see is player 1, after that pass, to get inbounds, and player 3 to also crush or crash the boards so that we can get the offensive rebound if we were to miss the shot. Now, in the fifth and final play, what we're going to have is player 4. He is going to cut across the key, and he is going to be then looping down towards the net after that cut and after the screen by player 5. If he's open, of course, check him out and hit him up with that pass because he may be a great option. Now, the next option is going to be after he clears out at the same time as that cut is going to be player 1 cutting across the key, acting like he's going to be doing the exact same cut, except cutting down earlier before that screen and cutting towards the rim. Now, if he's open, definitely hit him up. Now, at the same time, what I want to see happen is now player 3, at the same time as this cut here, we're going to be having now, let's say that's covered, player 3 cutting across, acting like he's also going to be going down because now the defense is going to be expecting that and they're going to be trying to cut him off. Player 5 is going to then turn and now set a screen for player 3. Player 3 is going to be popping out towards this wing for the mid-range or three-point shot. Now, these are all lucrative inbounds plays that can get your team buckets. If you've enjoyed, hit that like button, subscribe, go check out my unbeatable basketball defense and perimeter basketball defense book in the description below.